sorry to tell you, but your struggles will get worse. And the reason for this is because of the economy. Right now, the United States is seeing a shift, and this shift is causing a lot of heartbreak for millions of people. The one thing I can tell you is that right now, many people are using their retirement accounts as a safety net, as their pretty much cash cow. The problem, it won't be there in the future. So I want to break down what's going on because this morning we did get a new report. It was the jobs report. In this jobs report, it showed that the United States added 303,000 jobs last month. That is up over 100,000 from expectations. We also saw unemployment fell and we saw average hourly earnings increase as well. But what does this mean to the American consumer and what does this mean moving forward? Well, that's where we're going to get to in just a moment, so make sure you stick around for this entire video. But all I ask is one thing, it takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. Now, before I get into what happened this morning, I want to talk about one story. And that story is this right here. It says more Americans are treating their 401ks like cash machines. Now, this was written last month. This is written by the Wall Street Journal, but this kind of resonated with me. And the reason for this is because of what a friend of mine recently said. Now, this person was asking for some help with something, but what happened was they were asking for assistance and they wanted to know what happens when you pull money from a 401k because they've been doing this every single month for the past 5 months. And they just now asked what happens. Now, the crazy part about this is, well, when you put money in a 401k and then you take it out prematurely, you are most likely getting charged a fee or you're going to have to pay taxes anyway. So, that's a little bit of a problem. But many people are treating their 401ks, their retirement accounts, as an ATM machine. This is pretty much their cash cow. They put money in this, years ago. Now they're pulling it out because they need a little bit extra. But why? Well, it's because prices continue to rise. Just like this, egg prices are rising again. Egg prices shot through the roof over the past couple of years. And now, because of the recent outbreak of the H5N1 avian flu, a lot of people are concerned that egg prices are going up. We're going to see poultry get more expensive. And again, that means the cost to you is going to go up as well. We also know in California, restaurant owners are highly concerned. And one California restaurant owner says that fast food wage hike, the $20 per hour, that's going to cost him roughly $470,000 and warns that prices could go up immediately. But guess what? The prices going up means you pay more money. All because California decided to raise their prices. But again, it doesn't stop there. Everyone is going to pay more money. Now, let's talk about what happened in this jobs report that came out today. We learned that the U.S. economy added 303,000 jobs in March, and unemployment went from 3.9% down to 3.8%. That's somewhat good news, right? Here's the kicker, and this is what they don't really tell you. A lot of the jobs that we're adding, okay, again, it's across the board. We're adding jobs in different sectors, but here's the thing. We are now adding more people to the that are able to work. Able-bodied Americans are now able to work. You know why? Because we have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of asylum seekers entering the United States every single month. And now, with President Biden saying that he is going to expedite work permits to asylum seekers, guess what? They can work. They're able-bodied Americans, which means they are now added to the tally. So when we are adding in asylum seekers who are now working, guess what? It increases the amount of people, it increases the amount of jobs that we're adding every single month. So when they say we added 303,000 jobs and unemployment dropped, well, of course it did. You just add more people. That's all we're doing. Good news though, we did see a little bit of an increase to average hourly earnings. I want to show you that really quick right here. It says average hourly earnings in March rose 0.3% from the previous month. That put them up 4.1% year over year, or from a year earlier, marking the smallest on the year gain since June 2021. That is the issue. Marking the smallest on the year gain since June 2021. That means your average hourly earnings went up. That's the good news. The bad news is it's the smallest gain since almost 2 years ago. Or 3 years ago, excuse me. That is concerning. That is highly concerning. Because again, everything is going up. Prices are rising. So look at this. It says food and beverage trends. How rising prices are changing consumer behaviors. One of the people that I talked to a couple weeks ago, this is a person that manages a dollar, I think it's a Dollar General. But one of the things that they said is that they are seeing less repeat customers. What they are seeing now is higher end customers coming in to Dollar General. So people are not going to Walmart, even though in some cases Walmart is less expensive. They're not going to your Trader Joe's. They're not going to your Whole Foods. They're coming to Dollar General. And I asked this person, how do they know they're higher end shoppers? And they said, well, you can tell by the cards that they give you that they have American Express cards. They are not using EBT, right? They also notice because when they see them pull up, they're pulling up in a Tesla, in a Mercedes, in a large SUV or a newer truck. Doesn't always mean these are high-end people that make a lot more money. Sometimes they're just not frugal and they spend more of their money and they buy a new car. But I understand the kind of the thought process behind this. In most cases, yes, if you're driving a newer Mercedes, right? If you're driving a nicer Tesla, newer Tesla, if you're driving a brand new SUV, chances are you are making more money because you do not or you can't really afford $80,000 or $100,000 Cadillac Escalade if you're only making $30,000 a year. So I get that, but people are changing the way they're shopping. One of the big things though, and this is why I think a lot of people are going to be using their 401ks more so than not, right? Because again, they're treating them like an ATM machine. And the reason why is because everything is rising. It's not just food prices. Look at this right here. This is an article I was reading just this morning. It says Biden is getting antsy about rising gas prices. Now, I'm pretty sure you've noticed the price at the pump continues to rise. And one of the reasons why is because of all the tensions over in the Middle East. One of the things we know is that Israel is going to continue to bombard Gaza. The United States has been trying to step in. The U.S. is trying to add to the Strategic Petroleum Reserve to ensure that if for some reason we need more oil, we can just go right to our reserves and we can pull it, which would bring prices down. Well, look at the report that came out just the other day. It says the U.S. cancels the latest oil reserve refill plan amid high prices. President Biden cannot afford to pay $90 a barrel. Okay, his plan was to pay $65 a barrel to refill the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. However, he failed to do so in the right time. And now prices continue to rise and the United States does not have an answer for it. So, here's one thing I want to leave you with. Everything is telling us that the economy is good. The economy is booming. Everybody will be perfectly fine. Here's my warning to you. When everybody is saying that it's perfectly fine, there's no problems, there's nothing to see here, nothing to worry about, that is when you should worry. But it's when everyone's saying that, oh, it's time to worry, it's time to panic, this is what we need to do, that's the time where you need to understand that, okay, if everyone's seeing it now, that means it's already here. Now we're on the other side of it. And that's the reason why I bring this to your attention, because now that everyone's saying that, oh, economy's good, we're getting more jobs, unemployment's dropping, right? Wages are going up. As all this stuff's happening, look at your specific situation. Because from what I'm seeing and from the comments that I get here on this channel and the emails I get, one of the things I can tell you is the majority of Americans are struggling. They're not seeing this booming economy that everyone else is. So, we'll see what happens moving forward. All I can tell you right now is I will be here every step of the way. I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates, but that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.